let me take you through the findings that we had obtained through a rigorous research that me and my team has done over a period of 4.5 months. So all put together, three of us were working, and it means that we have put in 12 man-months of effort in creating this report. A bit about Coeus Age, a government research and engagement platform, and we have over a period of time evolved into a holistic research and engagement platform, and we have 6 critical elements to it. We have maximum governance, which is our online property where we publish content and stories online, and there is a steady flow of viewers who come and check that. Digital PSU, we interact with the PSU technology leaders and create insights which are relevant for PSUs to unleash value. Digital States of India is that what we are talking about today. Gems of Digital is a flagship property that the company has created, where we felicitate the best of best use of digital in the government space, and we have done 4 rounds of Gems of Digital so far, and very soon this year we will do the 5th round. Best of Tech is a research property where we kind of take an informed view on what is that going to evolve in terms of the technology roadmap in the government sector. And Digital India Leadership is where the senior technology and bureaucratic leaders are being invited to share their views on critical aspects of how Digital India can improve. So as I said, this is the 3rd cycle of the Digital States of India ranking research that we have been doing. The first one was done in this month, in the year 2017. Then we repeated the same in 2019. We added a few more parameters. And as I had said earlier, it has been kind of evolving over a period of time. And then we did the 3rd round in 2022, which though we were supposed to do it in 21, but because of Corona, there was a delay, and we kind of repeated that cycle in 2022. And so we have 7 years of cumulative data that is being available through the 3 cycles of research. And this is a unique research initiative that maps the 37 states and UTs of India on their digital policy. How matured and evolved and deep is the policy being defined for the state, the infrastructure, and these mission mode projects that are being spearheaded from the central level. And I think, as I had said, the idea was that we should get data for all the 37 states and UTs for us to bring a comparison between them. Let me very quickly show you the scoring framework. As I said, there are 2 important pillars: the policy and infrastructure readiness, and then there are 6 parameters or KPIs under policy and infrastructure readiness. What is the policy maturity or depth for the state? What is the policy coverage or breadth for the state? How modern is the state data center, the state wide area network? How deep is the GIS infrastructure, and how broad is the broadband infrastructure? How many villages have been covered under broadband infrastructure? These 6 put together were rated on a scale of 5 by our analysts, and then this has been put indexed on a scale of 10. Similarly, we have mission mode projects, 15 mission mode projects taken, and under each mission mode project there are different number of KPIs. So like in policy and infrastructure readiness, we had 6 KPIs. In MMP's pillar we have 132 KPIs, and if I add both of them, they give us the digital state score on a 138 KPI scoring. Since there are 15 MMPs and each MMP is indexed on 10, we get a maximum score of 150. So if I add policy and infrastructure readiness and MMP scores, we get the digital state score out of maximum of 160. The report has 36 states and UTs. That's primarily because Jammu and Kashmir Union Territory and the Ladakh Union Territory are still, the data is not available in a bifurcated form, so we've still kept them together. And Daman and Diu and Dadra and Nagar Haveli, though they have been merged as a single UT, the data is still available separately, so we have kept them separately. So all put together, the ranking is 1 to 36, but it covers 37 states and UTs of the country. Okay, so let me come to which are the top digital states of India as per our ranking using the method that I have just shared with you. In 2017, these are the top 10 states. So we had Madhya Pradesh topping, followed by Maharashtra, Andhra Pradesh, Chhattisgarh, Karnataka, Himachal, Telangana, Rajasthan, Gujarat, and Uttar Pradesh. So these were the top 10 states according to our methodology, the methodology that I just described. In 2019, Chhattisgarh gained a lot in terms of rank jump, and it became number 1, followed by Maharashtra, which retained number 2. Andhra moved from 3 to 4. Haryana moved from, it was not a part of top 10 in 2017, but it jumped to rank number 3. And I think primarily because in 2017, there was a big policy overhaul that was being initiated in Haryana, and hence things moved pretty fast, and the jump happened. And then we have other states like Jharkhand entering the list, whereas Telangana leaving the list of top 10. The 2022 list is like this. So Haryana has further evolved and has come at the top. Haryana has actually been a leader in quite a few mission mode projects. I will show you which of them, followed by Chhattisgarh, Maharashtra. Chandigarh has done a lot well this time. Himachal Pradesh, Andhra, Rajasthan, Madhya Pradesh, Gujarat. So this is the top 10. And Goa. Yeah, so Goa is another story that has evolved very, very fast. And I must tell you that the way we have scored these states is we have indexed them on 10, but we have also normalized the data in terms of per capita. So that the larger states do not have an undue advantage as compared to smaller states and UTs. So when it comes to per capita, UTs like Chandigarh, states like Goa have the chance to come and be part of the top 10. So this is the latest research that is being unveiled, where Haryana tops the list, Goa enters the top 10, Chandigarh enters the top 10, Himachal Pradesh, Gujarat, and Rajasthan retains, Madhya Pradesh retains their position in top 10, and while some other have moved out of top 10. Uttar Pradesh has moved out of top 10, but it is at 11th, if I remember correctly, it is at the 11th position. Okay, so which are the fastest growing digital states? As I said, Goa has between 2017 and 2022, Goa has made really good gains. It has moved from 28th rank in 2017 to 10th rank in 2022. Similarly, Haryana has moved from 11th to number 1. Chandigarh has moved from 19th to 4. Bihar has done reasonably well, moved from 31 to 23. Tripura has been steadily doing well, and I think it is really a shining gem in the northeastern part of the country, moved from 17th to 11th, and I will not be surprised if it soon enters the top 10. Great work done by them. Similarly, Punjab and West Bengal have also gained in terms of ranks. Okay, now this what I talked about is an overall level. Now we are talking about how does the ranking look like when we compare it with, on individual pillars of the policy and infrastructure readiness and the 15 MMPs. So there is a lot of interesting fact that emerges. So policy and infrastructure readiness, Gujarat, Kerala, Rajasthan, Karnataka come at the top in terms of look at CSE, Chandigarh, Himachal, Haryana, Andhra Pradesh come at the top. E-road transport, Haryana has been there for quite some time, but Lakshadweep has really been an outlier there, come at the top. E-health, Meghalaya has come at the top, and it has been consistently at the top across the 3 cycles that we have done. On e-education, Tripura has come at the top, and financial inclusion, Chandigarh is at the top. So it's a little busy slide, but what I'm trying to say is that in the report, in the detailed report, you have ranks available not only at the overall level, but also by individual MMPs. Of course, like Mr. Sanjeev Gupta said, there is a lot which can be still added, and a lot of parameters still can be added to this whole framework for making it better and better. Very interesting slide. So what we did was we mapped. So I showed you the ranking on a linear scale. Now there are 2 parameters that we took and created a matrix out of it, and we wanted to see if there are states clustering around, and if we can kind of define them under few definable clusters. And you will be very, very, very surprised to see that there are 4 clusters that have evolved. The first cluster, we call them the leading digital states of India, and this has 7 states in it: Haryana, Chhattisgarh, MP, AP, Rajasthan, Gujarat, and Maharashtra. So they have scored well on both their MMP performance score as well as policy and infrastructure readiness score. The second band is where states have done reasonably well, but more on one and less on the other. So they have something to catch up, or they need to emerge further on either of those 2 broad parameters, 2 broad pillars that we have taken. And this includes like the states of Karnataka, Kerala, Telangana, UP, Himachal Pradesh, Chandigarh. So if you see it, Karnataka is at the border of being a leading digital state, whereas Kerala is an outlier. It has the best policy and infrastructure readiness. The MMP score, however, is lower than many other states. Similarly, the third cluster is that of promising digital states which have potential, and they will probably are moving in the right direction, and they are either good on either one of the parameters or average on both of them. So there is this, each one of them will have to go deeper into their scores and see how it kind of should be read for them. So it has the states of Delhi, Goa. So if you see, Goa is part of top 10 in terms of the overall score, but in terms of mapping, it comes under the promising digital state. Similarly, Tripura was in the top 10 there, but has come in the emerging category here. And then we have a lot of states, primarily the northeastern, Jammu and Kashmir, and the Union Territories of Andaman and Nicobar Islands, which are aspiring, which aspire to grow and move towards the other 3 categories and what other states have done, and it will probably take them a little while to catch up and be there. So this is how the top 10, the 36 states and union territories can be clubbed under 4 broad categories. Quickly, what is that the digital states should do? I will not take a lot of time here. I think first is to gauge your policy readiness, see how updated is your policy, how deep is it, how broad is it, what all things does it cover? Does it cover IT, ITES? Does it cover the newest technology areas like AI, ML, blockchain? Do you have a policy roadmap ahead on the emerging technologies? on startups, on digital talent and stuff like that. Modernize your infrastructure and applications. Set governance priorities aligned with existing initiatives and measure the distance to travel. So these are the 4 things which I thought I will share. Then let me also be very clear as to there are limitations to any research, and this research also has had limitations. It had a lot of data to be covered, and we have taken this data from multiple government sources. Any limitations which is there in those sources would affect the outcome too, though we have taken utmost care to select sources that are authentic and regularly updated. Extensive data is available for most of the MMPs and domains. For some of them, like education, health, employment exchange, financial inclusion, not many parameters could be gauged as of now. So there are few parameters. For example, in land records, there are 28 parameters, whereas in health, there are 4 or 5 parameters. So there is this difference between the number of parameters which make these MMP scores. The practice and frequency of data updation by individual state also affect the quality of data and outcome. And if the states are not updating the data on a regular basis, it would affect the outcome of this research. The scope of data collection is limited to policy and infrastructure readiness and 15 specific MMPs. We appreciate the fact that there may be activities carried out at the individual state levels, the data for which may not reflect in these 138 KPIs. So there is a lot more which can be added to it. As I said, we are evolving. And as Sanjeev said, there are newer things which are coming up, and I'm sure with time, those things will also become part of it. An extensive list of KPIs have been covered for measuring each MMP domain, but a few more KPIs could be added if the data were available for all the 37 states and union territories. So these are the limitations of the research. So with that, I come to the end of my presentation.